So, guys, what? We're back in it. We're back in it again with another versus. This time, it's Punisher against probably the most overrated comic book character of all time. That's Batman. So, let me just lay down some clear rules here. Can we just be realistic in the kind of Batman that we're using? Because
Okay.
I believe that if we use the OP Batman that can destroy Superman, then there's no point. So we have to just take Batman in his purest form.
Okay.
That's we got from Bob Kane and Bill Finger, because I think he's just turned into a superhero.
We're not talking about like what's his name, thingy Batman from the 70s.
Yeah, no, yeah. Basically,
Adam West Batman. Like, I mean, are we,
yeah,
we
no, yeah. Basically, no. We're not talking about the Batman who literally became like a superhero, and so
mm,
forth. In his person, where this is a guy who's fully dedicated, who's rich, has lots of gadgets, and dressed up as a bat.
mm.
Anything more, nah. Because for me, I've always said like, okay, I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there because
Okay,
I have
we'll get
issues
I'll
with
make
how
arguments. Okay. Mm,
Superman.
mm.
Um,
Okay.
okay, wait, let's. Oh damn! I don't have my. I thought I was gonna have a freaking pen here. Wait, hold up. Let me get my pen.
Edit this out. Edit this out.
Yeah. Well, this is. Hold on. Let me get my pen. Let me get my pen. Oh shit! I thought a pen here already. All right. All right. So, our first on the agenda. All right. Boom. Here we go. So first on the agenda, we have strength.
Mhm.
Who is stronger? Frank House is pretty strong.
True.
So is Bruce Wayne.
Hmm.
So who is stronger? It's again. I've remember we're taking it purely on Batman. So this isn't a Batman fanboy thing. Just Batman in his purest form.
Mm. And we also could take Punisher in his purest form as well, because Punisher's had his. I would say, to be honest, if it's possible, I would say it's a tie.
Oh no, we don't do any ties. We have to have a
can't
winner.
do ties. We can't do
We
ties.
have to have a winner. We can't do ties. Oh, well, you know what we can. No. Let's sort it, because I said we can come back, but let's sort this out first. Here's my thing here is it's the issue with Batman is that there's been so many different interpretations. But for me, I just believe in my viewpoints. If I'm just looking at them on face value, I would say Punisher is stronger. Frank
This one
Castle
saying,
is.
what is it that makes Punisher stronger than Batman? Like, is it because
No.
Batman?
But basically, if I was to look at them both,
Hmm.
I think that's when you just see how Frank Castle
So
is
aesthetically, basically.
aesthetically. He's taller, he's bigger, and more. And that is Frank Castle, because see, Batman has had so many different interpretations. I think Batman's core interpretation is like this: just he's a regular guy. He's not a big muscular guy. That was Batman at its core. Then, of course, when we now got the games and so forth, they made him like the freaking Hulk. But in his purest form, he was like a pretty regular
I
dude who
mean,
was just in good shape.
in Batman's defense, like Batman, I would argue because it I guess depends what we're defining by strength. We're defining strength in terms of like how well someone can punch, but then at the same time, Batman has been able to withstand a lot.
No, that's toughness now.
Toughness. Okay,
So
fine.
strength is really what's your attacking,
Okay, okay.
rather than what's your receiving and
Yeah.
withstanding.
I would still say I can't really see any. If we could do ties, we could do ties because
We
like
can't do ties. We have to have an answer.
because I don't really know what Frank Castle has done that with that of significance that
But
I've
no,
seen. So he's
in my
stronger
view,
than.
when I just look at
If
both
it's
of
a
them in
step-
their purest forms,
Mm,
I'm just saying because Frank Castle is bigger,
yeah.
he's much more imposing. Just
Mm,
Frank Castle as a guy is much more imposing, and and when you just look at how he takes out
mm,
guys and so forth, in his and this is through the beginning.
yeah.
I'm taking Batman in his purest form, and I'm taking how Frank Castle has always been represented. I'll say that it's close, but I
Mm.
would tip the strength more towards a Frank Castle than I would
Just
towards Bruce Wayne.
Just purely on aesthetics, though, you'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
because
I mean,
because I think it's difficult to use comic book examples because for Batman, they've taken him to an unrealistic stratosphere that doesn't make any sense. Because for me, because I want to use this is a guy who was rich and used dedication to get in shape to now become this kind of dude.
mm.
Like Frank Castle, I think remember Frank Castle. I just think because really Frank Castle, he was a cop, wasn't he?
Yeah. No, a Marine. I think it was a Marine military.
He was a Marine. I knew it was because I think the film, the Dolph Lundgren film, made him a cop.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in the comics, he's a Marine.
He's a Marine. Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, let's
Yeah.
if
Okay.
and I see that's my argument. To be a Marine, you have to have a level of strength to go in there. So I just think that Frank Castle, at his core, I just think that at his core, I just think that there is more example of his strength. And my argument is that he's a Marine.
I mean, obviously they had different backstories, and that, like, Bruce had his parents killed when he was a kid, and so went a completely different path. Frank had his tragedy post.
Yeah, with his family and his
But
wife.
yeah,
And kids.
based on comic logic and aesthetics, yeah, I concede, because I think that Batman will probably win this still anyway. I'll give it to
Look,
on this run.
I think Batman is going to win this because if he doesn't, then Batman fans will pretty much like tank this whole channel and basically hunt both of us down and so forth. So, but I want to just see how much I can push it because look, bro, Batman can defeat God. So Frank Castle gets the strength skill. Speed. I'm probably willing to roll with
Batman
here.
Yeah, the ability to converse through Gotham City, and because to be honest, Punisher's main mode of transportation is like his car.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like it.
So yeah, and the guy's not really known for quick, nimble movement. There, so
not
I think
and a part of Batman's like martial arts sort of training, I think, is
speed of movement. Basically, he's a ninja.
You know what I mean? So
you know, like so being a ninja and so forth, you have to be nimble and swift. So and Punisher is much more about war of attrition, just taking out guys. So yeah, I would say speed. I would give it to your boy.
Goes to Batman, man.
Batman. Hand to hand.
I would again.
I wanted to rush with Batman because we know him to be such a good brawler. But let's chill. Let's chill and think about this because Frank Castle can throw hands, bro.
He can.
Frank Castle can throw hands. But as much, because I'm going to be fair, as much as I know that he can throw hands, Batman is he's almost like a specialist fighter. And that is like his specialty. I think Punisher's specialty is something different. Castle's specialty is something different. But I think Batman's speciality, I think, is combat and close quarters combat. So basically, if they were in close quarters, who would win? I think we've seen in comics Batman do really well in hand-to-hand combat than, let's say, Punisher. Frank Castle is just regular punch.
Again, Batman has because Batman has studied pretty much almost every martial artist discipline that's humanly possible. That is in the comics before he came Batman. You know, so anything whether it's Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, and Brazilian boxing and so forth.
Yeah,
I just think his hand-to-hand skills will be far superior to Frank Castle's. Where if you think about it, especially with the Punisher, most often not, when you see him in combat, like he's quiet. And this for me is one of the weaknesses of the Punisher. He's really reliant on his weaponry. It's always based on his weapons. Like rarely
like hand-to-hand is sort of like a last resort that he
it's more like a desperation kind of, but really it's sort of, whereas with Batman, like, because of his like no gun, and this also ties to, and this is where Batman gets a dub here. Batman had to develop his hand to such a level because of his no killing
no
guns.
kill issue. Like Punisher is like no, I'm basically because actually Batman is a poor man's Punisher. That's what I call him. He's a poor man's Punisher. No,
But
like yeah, he's like he's a starving man's Punisher. So
but he beats him in this category just in fact like
yeah.
it has to be better because Frank Castle relies heavily on his gut on his.
I don't know. You know, for me, you know what? I'm gonna give it to him. Yeah, I mean, based on I think that's the key points is the no kill thing and how he's a specialist in these martial arts and and he has ninja training. So
Yeah.
Batman gets hand to hand.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Range. Now, let me give you two arguments for range.
Okay.
Arguments for Batman is his gadgets. So his gadgets and so forth. So the batarangs, things that he can throw and everything. So because he's rich, he can develop a lot of weaponry that can hit you from range.
Yeah.
You're going up against a Marine. And when you're in a Marine, you have to be an excellent at different weapons. One of those weapons is a sniper. So you have to be amazing at assault rifle, small weapons, and long-range weapons as well. This is a trained killer. And as a trained killer, he has to be an expert sniper. So, in my viewpoint, if the dude that I believe that can do more damage at range, I think it's Frank Castle.
Yeah, I mean, but how though? Because like, okay,
No,
yes,
okay. My thing is,
okay, fine.
He's a better but the way Batman can do damage to Punisher via range is he's thinking of he's developed some kind of a gadget that can somehow smoke him out, whether it's a batarang, whether it's a special device that can help take him out, whether it's like a special infrared that can see like thousands of yards away. But Punishers are cool. You have all these gadgets. You're not a better sniper than me. That's just a fact. So wherever you are, my sniper rifle, how far of you I can get you.
But then the question is, does Frank Castle have the technology? Because does because a few things like, okay, but that's also based on the fact that one, Frank Castle has the technology that could figure out or find, you know, Batman with at a distance, and it would be enough because it's one thing to be able to detect, because we're talking about threat from range. It's one thing to actually be able to detect someone from range. It's another thing to actually be able to be effective from range. So while Frank Castle might be a good sniper, whether or not he has the technology to make that sniper effective to deal with Batman at that specific range, but also two, is that abilities that would it actually be effective at Batman and range? Batman who can, you know, who's obviously got his armor, like can adjust, etc. Whereas the thing with Batman with range is that because of Batman's extensive arsenal, he can have, you know, multiple AI computer things in multiple parts of the city. So what does it matter if there's
fair enough. Okay. You have all this wait, you have all those multiple stuff, but you're not gonna kill me.
You can't kill
hold on. By the time you've developed this stuff, you already have a bullet in your head.
No, but the stuff is already developed. That's the thing. So it's like
fine.
It's like you got all these red points pointing to you, and then you know it's.
Oh no, I know, yeah, I know, it's really cool. as it develops, so as you're doing like your special thing, bro.
How effective?
I've said already.
But how
the moment Frank Castle can sniff you out, you're down. And also, hold up, okay,
sniffs him out of a bullet that basically won't work on Batman. Basically, that's because he doesn't have the technology.
Okay. My thing is because by the way, prep time does not exist in this battle. Okay, prep time is not a thing that exists. So let's get prep time out of there. Yes, you have all these gadgets and so forth, but the thing is, who can do the most damage at range? I'm dealing with a guy who has you don't kill. So all you can do at range is just reconnaissance or to try to sort of subdue me. But before you've even tried to subdue me, I am an expert Marine US Army trained sniper because I'm a freaking Marine. I'm sniping you before any of your gadgets say what's up. Remember, you know range is straightforward. You know, so let me put it down. Range is Punisher, yeah.
I don't know. I think that we're stretching it.
Range, let me just put it out. Oh, come on, let me just put it out. Let me just put it out. Come on, range, let me just put it out. Range is Punisher.
We're stretching it, man.
Punisher. Because I mean, my thing is, look, I get the gadgets and everything, but bro, sniper rifle.
So range. It's just it's weird. It's because it's kind of basically saying like what we're basically saying is that it's like it's like saying that like an automatic a semi-automatic is the same as an arrow. Yes, you can shoot an arrow from range, but like obviously the more effective weapon in terms of its damage is obviously the semi-automatic.
But Batman doesn't kill, so he'll never use a semi-automatic. So all the gadgets he's using is to try to subdue and capture Punisher.
He doesn't kill, but he might severely maim.
Okay. But my thing there is that I'm a trained killer. So as a trained killer, I know where to hide and how to keep myself hidden. Bro, when you see snipers...
Oh, no. We can't do the hidden thing with Batman. From a man that literally has spent his entire career in the shadows trying to not be discovered, like, at all. Like, based on his, like, no. Wait. We're talking about a character, okay, expert ninja who makes it like literally Batman's gig is you cannot find me. I'm the master of surprise. I surprise my enemies by my mere presence, and then I'm back into the shadows, and that's what I'm doing. Frank Castle is not the problem with Frank Castle at times that because he can be a sniper. Yes, but like he's not a subtle character at all. Like he's not subtle in the comics. I know he's not
the but. He is from the army. And being from the army and being a Marine and so forth, you know that there are certain rules. You see, if you're just a soldier, but I told you, do you know what messes him up? He's a Marine. If you're just a regular soldier, fine. A Marine, that is the highest level of soldier you can get. Well, either that or like Black Ops. So my thing though is he will know that, bro, I am an expert at finding anything. I can snipe the genitals off an ant if we saw Marines, I'm not get political or anything like that, but Marines, in Afghanistan and guerrilla places, it's difficult. It's difficult at the end of the day. But Frank Castle is better than them. If Frank Castle was in that army, they'd have won the war. Frank
Castle was a Marine in Vietnam. That's where he's known. He's based in Vietnam. What happened? You know what I mean? So like what happened in the situation?
He's one man.
So it just it didn't work because of the guerrilla, because they made themselves like hide in the environment, so they couldn't be detected. So whether they had snipers, whether they had guns, it was difficult because you couldn't determine where. And this is the problem, is that Frank Castle can have all the weapons and snipers he wants, but if he cannot find Batman because he's so
he can. I'm saying he can.
He's Batman is the master of his environment. Like he's a master of shadows.
So you're saying thing he isn't?
No, of course he's not. Wait,
hold up. What if Frank Castle waits until daylight? Now what?
So what? With all the civilians around and stuff like that, he's gonna wait till
daylight. Yeah.
He's gonna So
come daylight, Batman, you have to come out. Say what and what? So let's say that Punisher is okay. The fight starts at night. Punisher, he basically hides in the bunker and find him. He waits until
the fight's already over. Remember, by the time the hours.
We've seen this Batman fights in Rise. We've seen our Batman fights in Rises in clear daylight. So we know that if this guy comes in daylight, bro, he's a done deal. Let's just put it. Let's just put it down for range.
We'll call that a tie, guys. If you're watching live, this is
guys, come on. Look, Batman has plenty. Look,
let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with HH's logic about range?
So Punisher gets range because he's a Marine and an expert sniper, so he gets range. So Punisher gets range.
Right.
All right. Agility. Yeah,
Batman
takes this.
It's just again ninja. and martial
ninja
arts skills.
movements, maneuverability, so forth. Punisher, he moves like a brick. So I
Yes,
think
that's the
that's
technical thread. That was
that.
quick. No,
That was okay.
he's done.
Now it's getting interesting right now.
Intelligence. Well, we know who's what.
No, teamwork. Let's
Yeah,
talk.
that's Batman.
No. Oh. Now,
defend Punisher's teamwork things up because, as far as I'm aware, he's never
hold up.
served as part of it.
When you're a Marine, what is drilled into you? I told you. That's just you should have even brought that up. When you're a Marine, what is drilled into a Marine? It's
don't die.
Leave no man behind.
Mm-hmm.
Leave no man behind.
Mm-hmm.
Marines don't operate as a whole. For a Marine, every Marine, this isn't Rambo. You're in a unit. And that is drilled into you 100%.
But HH, he's not a Marine now. He's the Punisher. So before, okay, fine. We're talking Punisher versus Batman first. The Punisher, as the Punisher, not as a Williams Marine, has he done that? Has he worked in a team?
Let me explain. To you. True, you're right. He's the Punisher now, and based off of the events that happened to him, that may have changed him.
Mm-hmm.
But certain skills that were drilled into you so precisely, they never truly leave you. You just have to rediscover them.
Okay. And what's the evidence of that rediscovering?
But here's the thing. Punisher has never had to be forced into a teamwork environment. He's never had to, because he has just chosen to be alone. But if we have a situation where you now have to work as a team, Punisher has real experience, proper experience of how to operate within a team. Now, Batman, granted, Justice League,
one of the leaders of Justice League.
No, whoa, hold up. When we did when we did opponent against Goku, who did we say was the clear leader of that?
Also, what about the Bat family, the Robins, the Batgirls, and stuff like that? Like,
wait, hold on.
That's it. That's the debate over HA. That's
wait, hold on.
I mentioned the Bat family.
Hold on.
Nightwing. You know, I mean,
who got Robin killed?
What? Which one? You mean Jason? I think Jason Todd.
Who was responsible for Robin dying?
The Joker.
No, but who was in Robin's responsibility? Who should have looked out for him?
So who? But the Punisher isn't looking after anybody, presumably, because he's on his own. Because he doesn't work.
That's the point. You're very good at dodging questions. You're very good at dodging questions. I say a very simple question.
No, let me land. The risk when you're working in a team, there's always a risk. There's always a risk that someone is going to get hurt. That is the route of working in a team. Frank Castle Frank Castle doesn't work with anybody.
Frank Castle's custody, it would never allow
guys. It's over, because as soon as you talk about the Bat family, the Batman
dysfunctional
creates a team. He's worked with the Justice League.
It's dysfunctional.
Punisher.
Wait. You can't just mention the Bat family. It's dysfunctional. They have issues.
Yeah, of course. Every team has issues, but doesn't mean you can't work.
Which means like his teamwork is not very good, because if the Punisher was forced to that team, it wouldn't be as dysfunctional as this dude.
Because the problem with the Punisher in team, why Punisher working a team, is because the Punisher is fundamentally he is an anti-hero, i.e., Batman is
not been forced by choice.
So the thing is that he's not going to work with any. He doesn't work with villains because he wants to kill villains, and he thinks villains just die. But he doesn't want to work. He doesn't work with heroes like Captain America and so on, or heroes, because he doesn't feel that they can do what needs to be done. So he's put himself in a situation where he cannot compromise or work with anybody, which by default means he's not a team player, because he's not the type of character that can. Because if you work in a team, part of that is that your ability to be able to compromise to work with others. Frank Castle can't compromise with anyone. Batman can compromise. He's an arrogant prick sometimes, but he can compromise sometimes, especially for the greater good. Frank Castle can't, because his main focus is about avenging what happened to his family and killing all villains at all costs. So at the end of the day, HH, it's Batman is the better team player. Even though you're right, compared to, if we're talking about Captain America or Iron Man or pretty much any other superhero, I would definitely agree with you 100%. But Punisher is not the best one, man. It's not.
Guys in the comments, See, because I'm a nice guy.
You got range. You got range. You got to give this to you know.
Whatever I got, no. Whatever I got, no. I deserved range. Okay, I deserved range. What do you mean? I got you. You didn't give
People,
me range. I fought for that, man. Okay, I end. Okay, fair enough, man. I'll give it teamwork, man. Even if it is punishable, because I'm a nice guy. I'll give it to you, man. All right. Let's go to So where are we right now? So right now we're 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2. What the fuck? What? Oh shit! 4-2. Okay, 4-2.
He's won this. We know this. You know.
No, toughness. Toughness, Punisher.
Toughness.
Punisher. Like let me just put it. Like let me just write it down so we can keep moving. Let me just put it down. Like
no. We have to.
No, I know, but I'll just put it down and then we'll just.
Don't put it down. Like, I mean, Batman is because the thing is, I think when we talk about strength, when we talk about strength, you said we said the ability to take damage, and that's more of a toughness thing. And you know, Batman is a character that has taken blows from Superman. We
said Batman in his purest form. Don't give me any of that crap that's happening. Batman in his purest form. So that Batman doesn't count here. No,
Batman in his fuse is taking hits from some of the most deadly lethal in these scenes. Like, let's be real. When Punisher, if Punisher gets it, like can't remember in the comics if Punisher has ever taken a punch from the Hulk. Because you know, if Punisher gets a punch from the Hulk, it's lights out.
Now, hold on. Right now, are you saying that Batman has taken a punch from the Hulk and survived?
Well, they've never. I don't think they've ever crossed paths. But I mean, Superman is equivalent, isn't he? You know, so
Batman took a punch from. No, Superman, but he was wearing that. No, he wore that special suit.
So so resources, man. It's not. We're not talking. How
that's gadgets. No, hold on. That's gadgets. No, that doesn't count. No, this is without your suit.
I mean, think about what happened to Bane. Remember what happened with the classic sort of Moon Knight, where like Bane basically broke his back. You know, so fractured his spinal column. He could have been paralyzed and he survived. You know, Punisher really like his toughness, man. Like, I mean, he's tough.
Okay.
And I would make a case that like Bane for
Look, I appreciate, like, again, that was an amazing attempt. That was an amazing attempt to try. But my thing though is, when you think of toughness, oh wait, are you stuck? Red Marvel, are you there? Wait, can you hear me? Red Marvel, are you there?
Huh? No, I should be stuck. No.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, go on. I think you were stuck for a short while.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so my thing though is, I appreciate what you said, but my thing though is, for Punisher, this guy, based on what happened to him and so forth, and based on this guy's level of dedication, this guy is literally known as one of the toughest mofos out there. Like, it is close, but we're talking about a guy that is built hard as nails. And for me, am I putting him?
Okay, I'll let you land. I'll just put the argument soon, but go on.
Punisher's Frank Castle's dedication and focus is far greater than Batman's, I feel. And also, my thing, especially when the guy is dealing with Batman, is, let's just keep it real. Joker, Riddler, these are all like.
So this is what I'm. So okay,
these are all bubblegum guys. This guy's going up against killer, trained. He's not going up against clowns. He's not going up against guys that wear umbrellas.
Has the Punisher ever dealt with someone that is as psychologically messed up and deranged as the Joker? Has he ever come across? Because we're talking toughness in terms of the body, but has Frank Castle dealt with anyone that's had to endure the toughness of the mind? That is the key, and the body. I don't think Frank Castle has dealt with that, and when he has,
can I respond?
He's
if Punisher had to deal with Joker would be dead in a few days. He'd like Frank Castle. Look, he'd erase him quick like that.
Okay, that's true.
So, but my thing here is, we're dealing with a guy who he's a killer and is going up against killers. Joker and Thingy, they don't really want to kill Batman. They just want to keep on going again and again. Punisher, you are going against guys that want to kill you. They don't want to kill Batman. They want to break his back. They want to mess with his head. They want to do riddles with him and so forth. They want to mess around with him. There are guys that want to kill and bring down Frank Castle. So the level of toughness that he needs against his enemies is far greater than what Batman needs to have. Because nobody wants to kill Batman. People want to kill Frank Castle.
So we're giving this a tie.
This red stuff, that's not ketchup. That isn't ketchup on his
it's blood. Yes, of course it is. Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
It's blood.
No. So I appreciate. Okay, so we're going for a tie then. Is that
BO2.
Is this a tie, is it? For this?
No,
this
it's not. No, it's Punisher wins this. Yeah, he wins.
They're equally tough, but okay.
But Punisher edges it. So okay, Punisher gets toughness. So let's now go to okay, let's see. Okay, let me leave that. Let me go to powers, but instead of powers, we're gonna go skills. So because these guys don't have any powers, we're gonna use skills.
Tactics, maybe even.
No. I mean, because tactics goes into intelligence.
Intelligence, okay.
So fine. This is more since they don't have any superpowers, we're gonna say skills. So skill sets. All right, now look, I get it. Batman. Do you know why Punisher wins this? Okay, let me tell you why Punisher wins this. Punisher wins this. Because let's keep it real.
Okay.
I'll use the same example.
Punisher can fire a gun.
Wow.
And that's yes.
Rude.
And that's
wow. No. That's rude. Okay. No, first of all, that's below the belt. That's below the belt.
He fires different guns. But
that's Red Marvel. That's below. Red Marvel. You know what? That's below the belt, man.
Ultimately, that's below
the belt. That's below the belt, man. That's below the belt. Now, let me ignore what Red Marvel just said. He was very condescending towards Red Council. If you're a Marine and you're a soldier, you have to have several skill sets. Wait, who trained? So Batman was trained by some dude called Ra's al Ghul. Who is he? What qualifications does he have?
This
guy is trained by the highest of the highest in the U.S. Army. So he has army training and he also has police training as well. So he is given actual proper training. And as a Marine, bro, I've read.
So what are the?
Marines have to go through?
What are the exact skills that you're talking about that Frank Castle uses as a Punisher? Just a couple, you know.
Okay. Weaponry, all different range of weapons, camouflage, reconnaissance, stealth.
When is
how to take down a solitary target, how to take down several targets. This is why he should have won teamwork, by the way. But see, I gave it teamwork, but this is why he should have won teamwork. How to properly navigate. So this is a target. How to properly navigate towards a target and bring it down. So I'm giving you weapons. I'm giving you fighting in close quarters. I'm giving you reconnaissance. I'm giving you sniping. So every skill needed for battle he has. Wait, okay, Batman. Okay, martial arts. And what? Wait, do you have any weapons training?
Yeah, he has weapons training.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't have. He doesn't have weapons. I'll give you martial arts. He doesn't have weapons training.
Okay.
Or he doesn't have weapons training to the same level that Frank Castle does. He doesn't.
Okay. Right. Okay. So
I'll give you martial arts. I have weapons training. Does he know how to? So do you have? Have you trained in camouflage?
So in conclusion,
have you trained in stealth?
So in conclusion, he what you're saying is that he knows how to fire multiple weapons, and that's what I said. That's why I said this.
No. And stealth. And how to take down several targets.
And so he knows how to fire multiple weapons and hide. Okay, I get that. Fair enough. We'll put that to one side for Frank Castle in terms of a skill set. Okay,
he's winning it. He's winning.
It's just skills. Unfortunately, Batman. We obviously established that Batman, has the Ra's al Ghul that you're talking about. Who's that? Is actually far more. He's an immortal. Who's basically lived for hundreds of years. Who's acquired an immense amount of knowledge, and he passed on to Batman. So he would know far more He's basically the owner of the League of Assassins, who basically controls certain sectors of the world. So now a deadly
That no one
force.
really knows
They're
about.
more
No one
they're
can actually
more, they're more
verify
brutal than
his
the
skills,
US
but
Army.
fair enough.
Is what it is. So he's basically trained as one of the best assassins in the world. So the stealth argument is not really
Allegedly.
a thing. He does actually have weapons training. He obviously, from a skill set, obviously his detective skills are probably some. That's probably the second to none in terms of cracking a case, finding out. Like Frank Castle spent how many years or whatever, like trying to figure out who was the person that shot who orchestrated his
It wasn't
wife's.
years. It was months. It
He
wasn't years, bro.
had no idea. Batman. They were able to sort it out. So he can. He gets it done. He gets it done when it comes to cracking cases. He's that intelligent when it comes to. Which is why I'm looking for the Batman movie, because we're going to be seeing that detective element. Hopefully. So that is just something that is just second to none with his. And then on top of that, like his ability to, to strategize in terms of battle tactics. I know this is coming into intelligence.
Yeah, easy. Just focus on skills. Don't blend anything in. Don't cheat.
It's still a skill in some, because there's a reason why when it comes to battle planning, that people often, especially the Justice League, the Bat Family, etc., it's always like Batman come up with a plan, Batman come up with something, Batman come up with something, because that's his repertoire, that's his skill. He's good at that, and people don't go to Punisher and go, bro, what's the plan? How do we organize something? What's the best way of no one goes to Punisher for that. People go to Punisher to
wait, don't just assume they wouldn't quote him.
They go to Punisher because someone wants their kid or their loved one avenged. That's why you go to the Punisher. You don't go to the Punisher to save the world. You go to the Punisher if you're pissed off. So at the end of the day, this is an easy dub for Batman, man. So yeah, let's move on to the next round, man.
Can I trace this out? So let me just share something for you.
Okay.
And just to say very quick thing.
Okay.
And in fact, I just wanted the streets just to see this and everything. So let me read it. The Punisher is a recipient of intense infantry training from the U.S. Marine Corps and special operations training by Force Recon. As a Recon Marine, he went through Airborne School, Ranger School, BUDS, the Q course, and NCRE, as well as cross training with the Australian SAS during the Vietnam. For his training, the Punisher is proficient.
You say
wait. Can I just read this whole thing? The Punisher is proficient in not only basic infantry and special operation skills, but the use and maintenance of specialized firearms, equipment, and explosive ordnance. He's highly trained in infiltration into heavily guarded enemy territories and structures for the purpose of assassination, capture, and military intelligence. As a scout sniper, he's highly trained in various forms of, camouflage and stealth. You know what? I'll let people just people just
if I can just share just briefly, just as a counter. It's just important. It's just we can just bring it in. Just 1 second, if that's just so proof. Now, the first thing you notice is that Batman's page is obviously just bigger for that start. So Batman has no inherent powers. He relies on his own scientific knowledge, detective skill, and prowess. Batman's just so obviously he's got his wealth. So I'll just quickly skim here. Batman is regarded as one of the he's a proficient scientist. He's one of the world's greatest detectives, not the world's greatest crime solver, which is a skill. Genius level intellect, greatest martial artist apparently in the DC universe. As a polymath as well, his knowledge and expertise in countless disciplines is really unparalleled by the character. Extensive fighting styles, as you can all see there. He's a peak Olympic athlete.
Does he have training in breaking down structures?
Yes, Batman is strongly disciplined and has the ability to function under great physical pain and resist most. See, look at this. He's got to resist. He can resist most forms of telepathy and mind control.
People can just edit with Wikipedia.
Wow. and then he is a master of disguise. He's multilingual. You know, can Frank Castle speak different languages? Like, how many languages can Frank speak? You know, it's probably like, oh, hey, you know, like from New Jersey, and that's about.
all right. You know what? All right. You know what? I mean, no, basically, I think that's nothing there said infantry.
The fact that
or
Batman
breaking down structures. Nothing there said
takes above. You know, he really takes above, man. Let's keep it stacking.
Fair enough. I know. All right. So Batman takes skills.
Yes.
Finally, we have intelligence. Now, hold up. Before you say anything, this is battle intelligence. So intelligence in terms of warfare.
That makes it even worse. Like, you've literally made it. You've literally made it worse. You've made it much worse.
So
because
a trained killer.
This is the dude
is losing to a ninja.
The world goes to form battle plans when you're invading aliens, people from dimensions.
No.
Like,
okay.
he is literally the prime.
No. You're not fighting an alien. You're fighting a highly trained killer.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, this guy is a specialist in killing people, and he's a specialist assassinator.
Mm-hmm.
So he's an expert in creating a battle plan to kill you. So what are we talking about here?
The thing is, HH, like, automatically when we talk about preparation battle plan, we're also talking about prep time. So at the end of the day,
remember, prep time. Prep time isn't involved.
But the very essence of battle intelligence is preparation. And if you just give Batman any preparation at all to prepare for a battle
with no military training,
then
with no military training, prep time with no military training, like a dude has literally the best military training anyone can have against a guy that has zero military. This is an actual
military training, but it wasn't able to defeat the Viet Cong in the comics. So I don't really understand what use was it.
No. I'm saying that in that
strange
Wikipedia thing, nothing there said you have expert military training in assassinating targets or taking down targets. Homeboy has specialist training in taking down targets. So of course he has better battle intelligence. Okay, yeah, you can speak all the languages you want and so forth. This is about a battle intelligence. Who can create a better battle plan? A guy who is expertly military trained. Of course, he's going to create a better battle plan than fucking Batman.
By far, Batman. I mean, hey, this is actually the worst category. Actually, Batman
was ready. Let's just put punishment down.
No, we got to put Batman
down.
Streets, are you hearing this? HH is literally confident with his chest saying that Punisher is more intelligent than
because
Batman.
He's a highly trained Marine. We saw it there. Okay,
because he's basically a Marine that lost to Vietnam, the Vietnamese Cong in the Vietnamese War, and is somehow more intelligent than a dude who basically is one of the smartest people in the known DC universe, who is basically the battle strategist for the entire Justice League.
Guys, look, Batman 154.
He's taken down Darkseid and freaking Doomsday, but basically his battle strategies, man.
Why he won
prep time.
Batman 154. I just have to just make it fair.
He needs to lubricate Punisher, though. This is a lubrication, man.
Which is why these battles are good, because if this was done any other way, because Batman has such bias, he'd win 9-0. Or basically, if this was done on any other channel, bro, he'd win 7-2. So I think that's, for me, I think it's, for me, I'll be crazy. I told you. Let me be real with you.
Batman wins.
I owned a Punisher wallet that got stolen.
Okay.
And my new wallet is a Batman wallet. In front of my apartment door, it says, "Welcome to the Batcave." There's the poster above my TV is a poster for the 1989 Batman film. I have you know what? Wait there. So you think like, just wait there 1 second. I'll show you. Wait there 1 second. So to show that I'm fair.
Man saying just so the chat can know, people in the comments can know, HH is trying to make an argument that the Punisher is more intelligent than Batman.
No. This shows that This shows that there's no bias. We say, oh, because you're just a Punisher fanboy. This shows there's no bias here.
Okay.
This is a Michael Keaton Batman hot
Are
toy.
you saying that Michael Keaton Batman is less intelligent than Punisher? Is that what you're saying?
No. I said that in terms of battle intelligence. No, but my thing
So
though
in terms
is
of
that,
battle intelligence, Mike Keaton is less intelligent than Punisher.
oh, yeah,
And
battle
we're talking
intelligence.
about movies because the Punisher one, the Dolph Lundgren one, I watched that compared to Michael Keaton's. I mean, you know, I still think Michael Keaton was more.
No. If I'm saying movies, okay, fair enough. Yeah. If it's in movies, oh wait, then he's way smarter. But we're talking about in general. But this just showed that, bro. I love Batman, but a certain kind of Batman. See, I am not a fan of the Batman who is super overpowered and is a super, like, that's not my. Do you know what's got me into Batman was Tim Burton's film. This that's what got me into Batman. So I prefer the Batman that is more realistic and grounded. He is a guy who, through dedication and through grief and trauma, dedicated himself to fighting crime. And also he's slightly mad. And that's kind of Batman against this point. Hence why it's an interesting battle, because they both are very similar based on how trauma and grief have made them into this kind of dedicated anti-heroes.
Yeah, no, I agree. But that doesn't change the fact that the Batman is just more intelligent than the Punisher. You know, it is what it is. You know, but we can. I think is that 6? Is that 6-2?
No. It was 5-4.
I'm not sure I don't think it'd be 5-4. I count
so
2 rounds.
Strength,
Punisher won 2 rounds.
Strength wins to Punisher. Speed wins to Batman.
Yeah.
Hand to hand wins to Batman.
Yeah.
Range wins to Punisher. Skills wins to Batman. Intelligence wins to Punisher.
To Batman.
Softness wins to Punisher. Teamwork wins to Batman, and agility wins to Batman.
Okay, so 6-3 then, I think it was, wasn't it?
No, 5.
You said you said intelligence went to Punisher, which has not been agreed upon. Intelligence has gone to Batman because that's
no. Intelligence went to Punisher.
So just that.
We agreed. No, you signed the contract, and you
didn't sign any
contract.
I don't see. I'm trying to help you, HH, because after these comments when the video goes live, and people will say, HH, are you literally saying that the Punisher is smarter than Batman?
No. Don't put it that way. I said that.
It's
battle intelligence.
Yeah,
Punisher has better, because he's a trained marine and soldier. He has better battle intelligence. But guys, I think the Batman won 5-4.
This man,
Punisher got a few licks in there. Punisher got a few licks.
It's 3-3, but I think it's 6-3 anyway. That's the version of the battle that I've seen. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
So guys, look, man. Again, thank you for doing. Remember to like the video below, and if there are any other battles you want us to do or so forth, give us your suggestions right down there below of whatever battles you want us to do, man. Any final words, Mr. Red Marvel?
I'm Batman. That's it. I'm Batman.
I don't wear hockey pads. Give me a break. All right. Please.